All right, y'all. Let me show y'all everything about the mentorship first, and then as y'all know, I'll have a client video at the end. This is who my mentorship works for. Simple, super, super simple. I don't want to go too deep into this, but this is who my mentorship works for. Let me drag this over here. Sniper entries. I know this is exactly what everybody wants. Um, I just want to get straight to the point. I know exactly what everybody wants. Y'all can watch old videos of basically me, coming up with day trading and making money from countless brokers like Hanko Trade. Y'all see this one was March 30th. It's now April 17th. So we're gonna make some more videos and make some more money. Um, my mentorship process is super, super simple. Who is this mentorship for? Working professionals, business owners, individuals earning steady income who have capital available to invest in learning a new skill set, but lack the time and flexibility they want in their current lifestyle. Simple. This is who this mentorship for the people asking, what does the mentorship specifically entail? Step one, step two, step three. I'm not going to read all this to everybody. None of this works unless you understand this. The only people you are hurting is the people that believe in you. If you want to get the mentorship, here, I'll move this over here. Go to my channel. And you can see I have tons of videos that can get you profitable. Tons and tons of videos. When you're done watching these videos, you can go over to Instagram and you can see all these videos. Different clients. So if you're trying to make money day trading, go ahead, send me a message. This is where you can see my YouTube videos. But just send me a message, let me know you're ready, and we can take action.
Hmm.
You might have to set up an account. It's just an email and a password.
Okay.
And this is where on this side is a watch list.
Hmm.
And I can send you over a video of somebody going over like so somebody that actually works at TradingView to where they can show you exactly. So I can give you the basics of like what each and every tool they have, but I don't use none of it.
Okay.
So I don't want to confuse you on any of
Yeah.
that stuff. I rather just keep it straight simple and
Hmm.
you know what I mean? I rather just tell you what I do instead
Yeah.
of if you want me to send you a video on how every single thing works, I can, but I'm only going to show you what I use so that there's no confusion on anything.
Yeah, for sure. That works.
Okay. So this is your watch list. You add to where you can choose whatever you want to trade. If you want to trade crypto, forex, futures, funds, stocks. That's the beauty of the system I have.
Hmm.
Instead of where people just say, "Oh, I only trade crypto."
Oh, okay.
But I mean, instead, you could just be the guy that I could trade whatever. It doesn't matter.
Hmm.
No matter what I pull up, it's just going to be candlesticks, price action, and market structure.
Okay.
This is your watch list of whatever you want to choose. I don't I only have this watch list only because clients of mine trade this. I don't
Oh,
trade SPX. I don't trade Euro. I trade NAS 100. I can trade all this because, like I said, I can break down any chart that my clients have, anything.
okay.
So it doesn't matter, and obviously they know that they can trade anything they want to trade. Um,
Hmm.
this is just what I trade, NAS 100. So don't think like this system only works for, oh, we can only trade this. No, whatever you want, you can trade.
Okay.
You saw how all we did was just pull that up, whatever you want to trade, NAS 100. It does the same thing. It pulls up whatever it is you want to get.
Okay.
All right, so now. When it comes to a broker, if you ask like, oh, what broker do I use? Because understand that, yeah, you have to put money into an account. Whatever that
Mm,
account is, it's a broker. Um, you can use Hanko Trade, which is this.
okay.
So I'll exit out of that and I'll do the same thing. Hanko Trade.
True. True.
And this is all recorded, so you're gonna get the recording,
Okay, that works.
the whole thing. So um this trades everything. Like this is just a broker. They have
Hmm.
so you can trade indices, you can trade commodities, you can trade crypto. Like I said, I trade NAS 100, so that would be NAS US 100 right there.
Okay.
Mind you, this is just a broker. A broker is just a short term for a bank. Um,
Hmm.
Mind you, there's thousands of banks, there's thousands of brokers. So if you don't like Hanko Trade, and it doesn't have to be them, I usually tell people plus 500, you could use them. But what's easier, what I find is just easier over the time of, I have a lot of clients. So I just
Hmm.
like, hey, use Hanko Trade. I have nothing with them, like nothing. So
Hmm.
it's just, hey, it's a broker I know about. They're good. They're perfect. You're starting off in a demo account.
Hmm.
I use Hanko Trade. I'm not like a affiliate. That's the word I'm looking for. I
Yeah.
don't have nothing with them. I just broker with them. Um, you're gonna start off with a demo account, obviously, at first, so you're not just putting money into something. You're gonna do it on a broker account and be profitable on the broker account, and then you're gonna go to a live account. This
Oh,
broker right here will get you set up doing all of that. And it's really, since it's a broker, understand a broker is a bank. So I think for a demo account, you can easily just it's just email address and a password.
hmm.
But when it's a live account, no matter what broker you use, you have to send them a picture of your ID because it's an actual bank.
Okay.
Um, and that's just laws. Nobody can
Hmm.
open up a bank account without knowing, have an ID for anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
So TradingView, and this is where I take the reason there's a broker and then there's a TradingView. Yes, your broker can have a chart of its own. They have their different type of interface. I use TradingView strictly to mark up my charts. I use a broker strictly just to press buy and sell,
Mm-hmm.
just for my money. Because their interface is different from all of this, and this looks way cleaner. You see this, I see it. This is you can't even get cleaner than clean. You know what I mean? So I don't want to use. It's like using an Android and you have a clean interface of iPhone. I don't want to
Yeah.
use Android. I want to use a clean iPhone. So that's why I use TradingView to mark up my charts. Um,
Okay.
the broker in this, the charts don't change. Don't ever think that, oh, whatever broker. The thing about the broker is they just have a spread of like every broker has its own like spread or fee, like 2 cents every trade or
Hmm.
cents every trade. But that's every broker's fee, just like banks have a fee of other
Yeah.
jobs. They just have it spread in different ways.
Hmm.
That's every broker. Don't ever think that, oh, I'm not gonna have to pay some type of fee. That's how brokers are brokers. They,
Okay.
you know what I mean? So don't fall into that trap hole. Hanko Trade is just fine. If you ever have problems with them, change them. But any questions you have, it's a bank. You just go here.
Okay.
Set you completely up. Like I can't give you certain information inside of Hanko Trade because I don't work Hanko Trade. You know what I mean? So I would rather only point you to the direction of where I have all my questions when it comes to Hanko Trade
Okay.
because they can help you better than me.
Mhm.
So down to the system of whatever we can trade. We're just gonna break down NAS 100 because that's what I trade.
Okay.
But I mean, we can. So what is it that you want to trade? That's curious because that's a question that I had with my last Zoom call and I never even thought of. I always teach people what I trade, but I never even ask, what is it that you want to trade? Do you want to trade crypto? Do you want to trade stocks? Do you want to trade? Because I can pull up any chart.
I mean, I don't really know, honestly. Like I have like a buddy who does this as well, like a little bit.
Hmm.
And I mean, just like I was saying, it would be nice to like have like a little bit of a profitable income
Hmm.
more. So like how I seen like a little bit of your stories and stuff, like how whatever you trading is working. So I mean, I figured
Hmm.
that's why I kind of got in touch just to kind of get that insight and
That's what I felt. Yeah,
kind of
that's
see
what
what
I
you're
felt.
doing.
And that's why I always just teach what I do. I've always just taught,
Hmm.
because I don't want to teach anything that I haven't done because I wouldn't know how to do it. So I can only teach how I made the money
Yeah.
on what I did. So that's why I only try
Hmm.
to just trade Nas 100, but I can break down any chart. But I never even thought like my last guy, he likes crypto. So I was like, okay, that's why we're breaking down, crypto charts or stuff like that. Works is if I wanted to, hop
Oh,
in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin was a big thing, I was like, okay, fine. I'll put a little bit of money in
mhm.
Bitcoin, little stuff like this. I'll break it down,
Yeah.
see what I'm doing. But other than that, like
Hmm.
I'm cool with what I make money in, but I don't want you to, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, why is my hold on, I need to plug this laptop up real quick.
Okay.
It's at 1% now.
Nah, no way.
All right, you can still see me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because I don't know why like our little box is right here where I see me and you, but I don't have it pulled up now. Hold on. Oh, I don't need it. I need you to see this anyway. Um, so
Yeah.
I come up to the daily.
Hmm.
So you understand that how Forex works, right? At that part, like what it is, like banks, institutions, and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Or you know what I can.
Yeah, like when I completely new, I'm completely brand new to all this.
All right, I don't want because I don't want to make up something and then not make up something, but give you an example. I'd rather have some backing behind it.
Okay.
So basically, it's I can put my way, and then I can put the real way of what it is. So basically,
Hmm.
let's just say you have Japanese and you have the US dollar. Japan
Hmm.
has their own money, we have our own money. If the Japan dollar money is worth $2 and the US dollar is worth $1, and I say, hey, well, I want to trade my money up to the Japan money, so I want to have $100 of Japan money because it's worth 200 versus $100 of US money that's worth 100. So all I'm
Hmm.
doing is trading the currency. That's why it's called
Oh,
trade. So that's what it is in a nutshell.
oh,
And then here's, the obvious, the bank term way of putting it. It's just a bunch of banks, world largest, most liquid market financial, trillions of dollars. It's simple. This is every bank in America. When you put your money into a bank, this is what they're doing. They're trading Forex and stuff and stocks and everything like
hmm.
that. So on the charts, let's just say there's, in simple terms, everybody knows who Chase is, the bank Chase.
Yeah.
If Chase is the bank that is controlling this market going up, obviously there's a yin and a yang to everything. So
One.
there's a
Give me
bank.
1 second. Oh, never mind. They answered it. My bad. Sorry about that.
Okay. Obviously there's a yin and a yang to a sell. So let's just say Navy Federal Bank. Navy Federal
Hmm.
Bank is selling, Chase is buying. That's it. I don't want to confuse you and just say that hey, there's a million institutions that are banks and investors, and that this is what they trade, and there's banks and the military, government, and that whole rabbit hole of the money that's inside of the markets. Let's just
Hmm.
call it banks. There's to make it simple, and then you can put a name on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's Chase is buying, Navy Federal is selling, just to make it simple and not have to. I don't trade news, so you don't ever have to look at the news chart. I just
Okay.
do it now. So because the thing about the news is, that's what the banks use the news for. They own the banks. Uh,
Hmm.
they own the news. I mean, the banks own the news. So,
Hmm.
in order for them to make this work and have the world, because the world watches the news, They need to manipulate. That's where manipulation is coming from. And if I tell the world to sell and we're buying, that's how we make our money.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
so I just want you to know, like, don't ever think like somebody says, well, you don't look at the news, you don't do this. Well, if the news is being manipulated, why would I need that to cloud my mind and cloud my judgment on hearing anything? And I'm going
Yeah.
to show you why right now. So let me just break that down for you and then I'll explain it because I don't want to add nothing on it. I want it to be strictly this is exactly how I trade
Mhm.
and there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
for 30 seconds just follow how I trade.
Okay.
And then we'll go over questions. So I'm looking at NAS 100. I'm on the daily chart. I don't need to be on a weekly chart, nothing like that. All I need is the daily, the 4 hour, and the 30 minute. The only reason I have the 15 minute right here is just to show people why you don't need lower time frames. And I'll get to that at the end. But for the daily, all I need to know is the daily is the strongest time frame. This is what banks really, really, really care about. That's all that matters is the daily because this is how they make their money. They're
Mhm.
not worried about the 5 minute and 15 minute because that's how you can manipulate and not know what's going on in the market. But what you can't manipulate is at the end of the day, you got to get from point A to point B.
Mhm.
And that you can't manipulate because that's how you make your money as a bank.
Yeah.
So that's why daily and 4 hour is so strong because that's what matters for them making their money.
Mhm.
And the weekly. Anything higher is stronger, but I don't need the weekly because I don't trade to where it's like, oh, I'm buying here and I'm selling in 10 years or something like that. No, I'm here to
Mhm.
make my money this month now. I'm not a scalper to where people take 5 minute trades and they're like, oh, you think you're just gonna make $500 million in 5 minutes and stuff. Banks love people that scalp because um they're going to get eaten up and they use their money to push the market up because when you're in the 5 minute and all that stuff, you get real lost in the buy and the sell and the buy and the sell. Get
Okay.
back to that part at the end to why that's a reason why I don't do 5 minute or 15 minutes.
Mhm.
So for the daily, all I do is look at the market structure. I see that we are in buys. And how do I see we're in buys? I mean, it's clear that blue is obviously winning how the banks like Chase, let's just say Chase is pushing the market up. Clear. So we're gonna put daily, and this is your cheat sheet. That's why this is recorded so you can see every move you make, because everything matters. Daily, all right, we understand we're in buys. Let me close this. Okay, go down to the 4 hour. We don't need to know anything else about the daily because we know we're in buys. 4 hour. We are in buys because we can see we are in buys. Obviously, if we were like this right here, that's obviously sells. So take that away, 4 hour. And there's a million ways that I can literally break this stuff down, but I don't want you to get confused at all. I want you to have no fluff. I want you to have straight this.
Okay.
There's a reason like I leave certain things out because I'm not giving you fluff. You know what I mean? I want you set up. I want you like
Yeah.
I can sit here and tell you why this is sales. I can either do this or I can sit here and tell you, hey, this is selling because we broke structure. We're at a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower
Mhm.
low, lower high. How about I just cut the middleman out and just tell you, you see why we're selling? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's clouding your mind.
Mhm.
So now we did the 4 hour. Now we're at the 30 minute. 30 minute, you see buys. 30 minute. Okay. So this is all something that happened in a couple of days. This is the trade that I was in that I posted on Instagram. That's I mean, I can go over, a bunch of random little spots in the market and, put up a trade, but I'm only going to put what I just did a couple of days ago. Um,
Oh,
so here's this. Obviously, you see why we took that buy. Next, you're going to look for your support. So support is like the floor. The floor, you can't go, you can keep stomping on the floor, but nothing else is going to change. Like there's nothing you can do about, you can't go lower,
Okay.
like your foundation. So you got to have some type of support. So where is the support? Where's mine? Oh, I could just use this. And you don't need this, but I can just use this. So this is what support would be. Support is something to where price goes up, touches it. And ignore things like, so manipulation, you understand market manipulation, right?
Yeah.
So that's what this would be. This is something like market manipulation. So obviously you see prices right here,
Hmm.
mining the support. This is what the real price is. But when you see things like this is like this, I bet you whatever this is, I bet you if I typed in this date, it's gonna pull up some news effect of something bad happening in the world.
Okay.
So whatever it, whenever you see wild things like that, this isn't normal. This is strictly news. This is why I do not trade news. This is why I do not look at news. This is why I don't even think about news, talk about news, bring up news, because it's not it's not realistic. You know what I mean? This is something that if the banks control the news, then this is what they want. I wouldn't want people to buy because that's where I'm going to be making my money. So what do I
Hmm.
do? I control the news, have something bad going on. This is the real price. Okay, we're right here.
Hmm.
News, below accounts. This is hundreds of thousands and millions of people blowing their account right here because they're in buy.
Hmm.
But this is the real price. This is the real price. What am I gonna do as a bank that, hey, I need the last bit of people to think that we're selling so we could take everybody's money that's in the market. We're gonna
Hmm.
shoot up right here and just shoot straight down. Big. But why are we not breaking this anymore? Because this has to be some significant foundation of price. This has to be foundation, boom, foundation, boom, foundation. We're not breaking it anymore. This obviously has some type of manipulation going on because we're not breaking it anymore. So since we're not breaking it anymore, we can get people to think that, oh, we're gonna do something and just, kill people on blowing their account and having more. The more blown accounts is more money for the market to go wherever it
Hmm.
needs. So this is straight foundation. So since we have our support, now we have to go for our whole number. A whole number is basically if you're a bank, you're not, millions and millions of banks. I'm not going to tell them, hey, we're buying at price. Price is over here. So we're buying at 24,3298, some random number. It's always going to be a whole number of some sort. So all you do is get your horizontal, which I have everything over here because it's defaulted. So if you ever want like a little default area of
Hmm.
all your tools, but obviously you see I only needed this and this. All you do is you star it. You press star on every little thing that you want, but you don't need none of that. You don't even need this rectangle, but I needed you to understand what support was.
Hmm.
So, this right here is how I make my whole number. I just grab my line and I double click it and it pulls up my the number of the prices exactly at. So I just make it a whole number. And when price wasn't over here and it was just sitting right over here doing nothing, and I was just waiting. Now, this is the part where it's like, okay, what is the market going to do? What are we going to do? Well, we did all that work on our cheat sheet that showed buy, 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 buy. Okay,
Hmm.
so I'm sitting right here. What am I going to be doing? I'm going to be waiting for a buy. Where? At my support. Okay, obviously price is going to come to the whole number on wherever it's at. Let's just say 300. Okay, since it's at 300 right here, this is where I marked the 300. All right, I need to wait for price to come over here because this is what banks are going to do. They're going to wait for the whole number and take off. So none of this is here yet. You know what I mean? I know I'm
Hmm.
buying right here. I don't need to know anything else. I'm buying right here.
Okay.
So we see the support. and Price did all. I don't, this is, news. I don't need to know anything that's going on in the world. I can be in any country, any state, wherever it's at. All I care about is I need Price to come to the whole number of where they're going to be buying at. Why do I have this whole number? Well, they're already playing with this whole number right here, and you can see the candlestick ends right at that whole number. So that's another
Mhm.
clue that it gives. Like that's an easy clue right there. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's giving
mhm.
these candlesticks do nothing but give clues. The banks are the ones that print them. They can't hide price. That one thing they can't do. What I do is just expose it. They can't hide, oh, we have $1 trillion right here. We have $1 trillion right here. They can't
Mhm.
hide that. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that can't be hidden, so they leave clues. So this is something, but how do you get it to where the world doesn't see what you're doing? So that's why I was like, okay, well, this has to be some type of significant price, this 300. So it doesn't matter what goes on. I needed to hit that 300. And it's like, oh, we're tagged in. All right, well, I'm gonna hold the trade because I know we're buying, so I don't have to think of, oh, I'm in the wrong trade or anything like that. And I'm able
Mhm.
to hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. I don't hold nothing for no 5 days. I'm never gonna ever say that, never even because I wouldn't. Stuff happens in the world that's uncontrollable. I'm just, I'm gonna hold it for 2, 3 days, maybe even one day. If this, hit all, if price just shot straight up. Okay, what do I need to trade for? Three, four, five,
Yeah.
$10,000 trade. You have no reason to trade.
Mhm.
The game is to keep money to stay in the game. So you don't want
Mhm.
to be in losing trades. Yes, you're gonna lose trades every blue moon. Yes, stuff like this happens. You know what I mean? You can't control manipulation. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? You can't control manipulation, but I showed you a way that you can control it. Don't be trying to watch news because this is news stuff.
Yeah.
And you both understand that if you put the market like this, that's true support. That's the true bank's support that I'm exposing versus, hey, let's manipulate one candle.
Mhm.
That's the true support. If you're selling, I call it as if you have a bank account and let's just say if it's $0 and it goes below negative, you're gonna get a text message saying, hey, you're below negative.
Mhm.
When you're in a trade and you're in drawdown, I can't control how much drawdown you're comfortable with because if you line up 10 men, somebody might be comfortable with $1,000 drawdown with their account, and another man might be comfortable with $100 drawdown in their account.
Mhm.
When it comes to drawdown, all it is how comfortable are you with your drawdown. The game is to pull lose less, profit more. You
Mhm.
understand why you profit more and why you can profit for days. But yes, you do have losing days.
Mhm.
I'm not going to sugarcoat losing days.
Yeah.
What questions do you have on? You literally fully understand my whole trade and why I took it. So what questions?
Mhm. I mean, I get it for the most part. I mean,
And for sales, it's the same thing. Nothing
mhm.
changes. Only thing that changes is support, and I put the word resistance. Resistance is literally just we're in buy, so um let me just look. This is what this is what other people do. I don't want to just find random spots and just say, oh, this was a trade right here. You know what I mean? Like this is just
Mhm.
what resistance is. You get this and the price comes up and it shoots down. Price comes up and it shoots down. If we were in a selling market, I mean, I would have to literally look for some type of sell, which I can do that right here. But I call this like, cherry picking and just looking for trades. But I mean, I have to look for a trade in order to show you what a sell is. So
Mhm.
let's just say we did that whole thing, sell, 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 instead
Mhm.
of breaking the whole, daily 4 hour, 30 minute. Obviously, you see this is a sell. All you're doing is where's your resistance? Resistance. One, two. If it hits 3 times, I'm in. Resistance. Resistance. So you have a sell right here, you could have took. A sell right here, you could have took. Third opportunity, fourth opportunity, fifth opportunity, sixth opportunity. And if you want to ride it out for days, all you do is hold it. All you're doing is flopping. Sell, 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 resistance, and horizontal to double click. Whole number. Don't forget your whole number. And look, I can't make price. You know what I mean? You can't even. That's what keeps the drawdown. Oh, hold on. My thing just cut off. All right, that's what keeps the drawdown. Minimize that whole number. So don't sleep on that whole number thing because it only makes sense. If my bank account is literally, let's just imagine this 21 isn't here. If it's at complete zero,
Mm-hmm.
how much low are you gonna let it go? You know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna let it go low a lot. So that's why I keep my stop loss because my win, if I'm in the right direction, is so huge.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the chart is, let's just say you have, let's just say for example, $10. This is what your points are right here. This 1,600. Let's make it more realistic and more, you know what I mean? Because I can just drop the whole thing all the way down. But let's just say five. All you do is if you have an account and you're placing $10 trades, well then it's 10 times 556, and that's how much
Mm-hmm.
you made off of that trade.
Okay.
And it's the same negative. Like if you're in negative, then it's five times whatever that number is
Okay.
right here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
that's how I trade. Let me get down all the way to the trade I was in. This is your cheat sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the questions that you have. We already went over the broker.
Yeah. So I know it's probably like a dumb question, but so when you buy in, you're gonna want to buy when the chart's up, correct? Like higher.
When the chart is in buys, just say buys and sells. When it's in buys, a buy trend, yeah, I only buy if it's in a buy trend because it
Okay.
doesn't make sense.
So buy trend is down, correct?
Say it again.
Well, a buy trend is when it's going down more, so you're buying for less and then you're selling for more, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you basically want to catch it at the lowest on the chart and
Yeah.
then sell it at the highest.
So
Okay.
I would love in the perfect world to buy right there. I would love in
Hmm.
the perfect world to buy right there at them
Hmm.
tips. In the perfect world.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. What I got for right now. I,
In the first week you're on demo. You
mhm.
just implement get this strategy down. I mean
Yeah.
system down, and then just get on Hanko Trade and open up a demo account, and that's how you just get the system down, and then you open up a live account, and then you
Okay.
profit. Any questions or anything that you have my phone number, so you can always just text me. Which you're
Okay.
gonna have questions for sure.
Yeah,
So ready
definitely. I think if I play around with it a little bit, I'll kind of get a
for
little bit
sure,
more.
for sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I think that's as far as that, I think that's it for right now, right now.
Okay, man. You confident? Like, because I need you to know every single thing while you got me on here. So, because I want you profitable, man. You know what I
Well,
mean?
definitely. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think more or less like I'll have to play around with it a little bit more and just kind of see too.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little bit more hands-on with it. Like I think when it's in front of me, it'll make a little bit more sense too.
For
Yeah.
sure it is. But on how it is on my screen,
Mhm.
it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Like you're able to say, man, I could take the words out of what he's saying, and I could literally look at the chart, and it's like he can't change the chart. There's nothing he can do about the chart, but this all
Hmm.
makes sense. That's
Yeah.
the part to where I'm trying to get it at to where I just want you to be profitable, man.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
say, or the next man says it, or anybody in this world says it, you could take this information and you can share it to your family members to make
Hmm.
money for them. Um,
Yeah.
I just want to take out the no matter what I say, this works regardless because it's a system. This is a no
Yeah.
fluff system. This is strictly price action and market structure. That's why I didn't use no news. I didn't look at no Forex factory. I didn't look at
Mhm.
nothing else, but straight price of what the bank does and market structure of what the bank does. And this is what they do. I can't change nothing, but I can expose where price is and what they're doing. And I can take
Hmm.
advantage of that. So just
Yeah.
play around with it, man. Whatever
Yeah.
you need, text me. I got you.
All right. I feel that. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
All right, got you, man.
All right, man. Thanks.